shrinkflation is here, and people or companies in France are not having it.
I wouldn't have it either if I could help it.
So have you heard of this term shrinkflation?
I have. I think it's when products are being manufactured in a smaller size but still costing the same.
Yes. So or like the size of the bottle looks the same, but there's less in it.
Oh no.
Everybody was already mad at all the chips that have all that air in it.
It's all the Pringles. Yes, it's all the Pringles.
It's all the Lay's chips. So this supermarket chain in France, the French supermarket giant Carrefour, is in the news right now because they alleged that they said no more Pepsi. Pepsi, we're not dealing with your shrinkflation deals. We're not having you on our shelves anymore.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, like,
you could see that happening.
Yeah, because it's like no one wants that. It's a bad experience if you come into a store and you're like, oh, this is smaller. What is happening here?
But it costs the same.
But it costs the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what we thought of at first, but now after all this negative press came out towards Pepsi and its shrinkflation tactics, Pepsi responded.
Oh, okay. What did they say?
So Pepsi was like, yeah, so we didn't actually get taken off the shelves because of them. We're the ones who decided to not continue working with them.
Wow. That's okay. I didn't expect that. Okay.
Bold statement. It's like he said, she said type thing. Because now Pepsi is saying that there's a, I guess, negotiation that kind of fell through with their wholesaler.
Okay.
And because of that, they're not shipping out any more Pepsi products, which is like Lay's, potato chips.
They have a lot. They have a lot of products.
A lot of chips, a lot of sodas, etc.
Yeah.
So there's this two sides of the coin, and we'll continue talking a bit more about this shrinkflation and what does that mean and whose side we think is kind of correct here. After you consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button. We come out with interesting videos like this daily. And if you want to continue following interesting stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. So this company said that they were taking it off because of that. And they doubled down and said that, no, it's not because of that. It's because we're sick of this shrinkflation thing. And we're taking it off the shelves. But this didn't cause a revolution in terms of the French businesses.
Okay. What happened?
They're the only ones.
Oh, they're the only ones? Oh, okay.
They're the sole company that is going and kind of like touting that they're battling shrinkflation.
Oh.
All the other companies are now saying that they're working with Pepsi in terms of like making deals in the background to like try to curtail prices, but this other company is saying the opposite. Pepsi is like, oh, we're still trying to work with the wholesaler to get our product back on the shelves for customers, but it's on them. They're the ones.
This is so interesting because originally
scandalous.
When you told me this, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. It's like
boo Pepsi.
Yeah,
now
boo
it's like,
Pepsi, and it's like, oh, okay. At least they're trying to work with them. That's the main thing. I feel like if you're trying to like negotiate and trying to make sure that you're able to get, I would have to say you're able to get a fair compromise. I think that works better than just being like, yeah.
I feel like the French supermarket chain is trying to play hardball.
I agree.
I think they tried to like divert the thing around, and they weren't getting a favorable deal, and they're like, no, you don't understand. We hold the cards. You want to mess with us, and we're gonna mess with you.
Yeah, but then now it's turned.
Well, because we don't really know. Like, is this two people? He said, she said. Like, maybe it's true. Maybe
but all these other companies are working with Pepsi.
That is true.
All these other companies are working with Pepsi, and the thing is too that I think that personally, I think that Pepsi has a large array of products, and I think that they have a lot to offer within a supermarket. I think a lot of people too are also going and buying more snacks. So I think it would be a huge loss for that, for the grocery store, for the company, if they don't have products that are these probably I think they're higher margin products too for these snacks, especially if they're raising prices and lowering the raising prices and making it smaller.
Yeah. So there's other interesting things that are going on because there's this other term called greedflation.
What's greedflation? I actually haven't heard about this. Yeah, I haven't heard about this.
So this other term is where during the pandemic and stuff like that, there's all these supply chain things, and people started marking things up for no apparent reason. They just marked it up because like there was no like loss. It was just, everything else is getting marked up, so we're gonna increase the prices. So the French government was like trying to, kind of curtail that or like pull it back. So like maybe they're also thinking that this these price increases and stuff or shrinkflation is just hidden like greedflation type maneuvers where they're doing this without any real sense of like need to increase it.
Yeah.
In terms of like because like if there's a reasonable quote unquote reason to like increase the price, then a company's duty to the shareholders is to make more money.
Yeah.
Especially if the market trend is that all the other ones are increasing their money, or their profits, and then you're the only company that's holding fast. It's
I got an example for this too. Eggs.
Oh
yeah. When there was an egg shortage, egg prices went through the roof, but now they've come down quite a bit because now like there's enough eggs to go around currently. But that was one of the things is like where they had to like constrain supply chain, and then because of that, egg prices went up because
went through the roof.
Yeah, they went through the roof. I think they were like $11 to $15 or something like that. It was ridiculous. I think they're back to like a carton of eggs is like $5 to $7. Because it's come down. Because naturally, if there's no constraint, then you would just have it at market price. But yes, I think that's one example of like them needing to raise it, unlike greedflation, which I'm assuming is just
it's more predatory.
Yeah, it's more predatory on just like raising the price on toilet paper during all this time.
Well, because like think about it this way. One other thought is that if you see your competitor and they increase their prices, and then, like you could also increase your prices too.
Yeah. Because it's like you want to be competitive.
Yeah. Like, especially if it's like, depending on how your product is positioned too. If if the budget brand is, more expensive than your brand, then even if your brand is like the more luxurious or more like premium product, is going to be seen as less because it's like priced less.
Yeah.
So it's another like mental thing where like if you had like, what is it, Count Chocula.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
And it's like, okay, now Cocoa Pebbles is like the premium one. And it's like if Cocoa Pebbles cost less than Count Chocula, then it's like,
yeah,
what's going on here?
It's the thing is, like you mentioned, it's to preserve also the brand's like image, because you cannot, like, if you're not the budget and you are offering more, and like your product is worth less than like the budget product, then it sends a bad image to the consumer, because they think it's like, why am I buying this product that is less than this budget, but it has more benefits? Like, there must be something wrong with it.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just like a mental thing. But let us know in the comments down below. Do you side with the French supermarket or with Pepsi saying that it's just a like wholesale agreement? I kind of am thinking that it might honestly just be the wholesale agreement, because truthfully, that's like the really boring answer.
Yeah,
and I feel like
agree with you on that.
And I feel like most things in the corporate world, it's nothing like super juicy. Like, oh, we're taking a stand to like, curb the thing. I mean, like, that would be really cool if it was, but I feel like the idea that it's actually just a disagreement with the wholesale company that provides to the supermarket and Pepsi, that's like, man, that's such a boring answer. It's like, that's probably it.
Probably it.
That's
yeah.
probably it.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments down below.